Trump administration is again cleaning out the waste at the State Department. It withdrew the U.S. from 66 wasteful global organizations. Nearly half of them are at the UN. Secretary Rubio says it will stop U.S. taxpayers subsidizing globalist bureaucrats by the billions of dollars who act against U.S. interests. Joining us now from House Homeland Security, Congressman Carlos Gimenez. Congressman, it's great to see you. The Trump White House is getting attacked for this. Where do you come down to this? They're finding a massive racket of dozens of NGO, if not hundreds of nonprofits, taking in money here.
I completely support what President Trump and Secretary Rubio are doing to save American taxpayer money, especially on these NGOs that really run counter to American interests and run counter to America. And so why are we funding these organizations that are anti-American? It makes no sense. So 100% behind them.
What do you make of this move by the president? He's calling for the U.S. military budget to be increased more than 76% to $1.5 trillion. He wants a dream military to keep the U.S. safe and secure, plus pay a dividend to U.S. soldiers.
Look, I support any effort to increase spending. I'm not sure we're going to get to 1.5 trillion. I mean, we have a deficit that we must control. We need to give the military as much as we can. And also take other steps inside the War Department to make sure that every single dollar is spent the right way. And we also need to increase production of arms. That's one of the things that's hampering us. It's taking way too long. That delay costs money, and we need to change some internal stuff inside our appropriations so that defense contractors have certainty that we will continue to order these arms. The problem is they step up their production for 1 year, produce the arms, and then all of a sudden we pull back, and then they lose their investment. We got to shore up a lot of different things to make sure we increase our production, increase spending, but I'm not sure we can get to 1.5 trillion.
Yeah, we hear you on the point you're making. I think the Trump White House would agree with you about the process there. You know, it's interesting. Russia increased its defense spending by 38% in 2024. China 7%. Under Joe Biden, it went up at a fraction of that, just 3.2%. Isn't that effectively a cut not keeping up with inflation?
Oh, without a doubt. I mean, well, we were at, 9% inflation, and we were increasing our defense budget by 3%. And then that non-defense stuff got increased by 9%. So that didn't make any sense whatsoever. And so, you know, Joe Biden said, we increased defense spending. Not really. You actively cut defense spending. Like I said, there's a lot of stuff we need to do inside the War Department to increase our efficiency. We need to increase our spending. We need to keep up with what China's doing. They're having unprecedented increase in their military spending and capability. We always have to be 1 step, 2 step, 3 steps, you know, in front of China to make sure that we keep them at bay.
Got it. From House Armed Services, Congressman Carlos Gimenez, great to see you again, sir. Thanks for joining us.